Hi, I'm Stephen Chang. I'm a game designer on the Hearthstone team.
So Stephen, talk about what you showed here at BlizzCon as far as Hearthstone's concerned.
Awesome. We showed our new expansion, Rastakhan's Rumble, and once in a generation, all the trolls gather into an arena and battle it out for honor and glory.
Is that arena the Gurubashi arena?
It is the Gurubashi arena, and the actual Rumble is presided over by King Rastakhan.
Now, back in the day when WoW was in its infancy, did you ever go to the Gurubashi arena and do a little PvP?
Oh, definitely. Like it was actually really cool because everyone gets flagged as PvP in the arena, so there was a lot of shenanigans going on there.
You stay up in the seats, you're like, go down there. No, you go down there, you know? There's only two of them, I think you could do it.
Yeah, I used to be a Pharaoh Druid back in the day, so I sneak around as a cat and try to pounce on people.
What have you guys learned from past expansions that you've applied and improved upon in this latest one?
We're constantly looking at different ways that we can push new mechanics and different types of playstyles, and want to bring varied decks for each expansion for people to explore. And so for this expansion, we're focusing very heavily on the Loa and the spirits. And the Loa are these animal gods that each of the classes has, and in addition, there's also an associated spirit that comes with the Loa. And they synergize very well with each other and can help drive specific decks.
Can you talk about some of the balancing that you guys are consistently doing as far as nerfing cards, making cards stronger, that kind of stuff, especially when you introduce a new mechanic to the game?
So we do a ton of playtesting for the expansions, and we're constantly trying out different ways of how the new decks will work with the old decks, and how certain decks will improve. And we always keep a keen eye out on the meta as we go along, and we'll react to how the changes happen when the expansions come out.
Can you talk about some of the spirit aspects of the game, because it can be a bit confusing? So if you have a druid, you have a spirit animal attached to that class, and so on. Go in a little detail about that.
Sure. So for example, in the What's Next panel, we talked about the spirit of the bat, and the spirit of the bat has an effect where the spirits have an ability where when you play them, they're still for one turn, so it allows you to use their ability. And the spirit of the bat, when one of your minions dies, it sort of sacrifices the minion, and it buffs one of your minions in your hand. And the Loa for the warlocks has an ability where when you play it, it has a battle cry where it summons copies of itself. So they work really well together, and you're sort of sacrificing your creatures to buff up your Loa, and then when the Loa comes into play, it's very powerful. The Loa are legendary minions that have a cool effect that
are class specific for your Loa?
That are class specific, yes.
How many Loas do you have, and is that challenging, adding as many Loas as there are classes?
So each class has one Loa, and they also have a corresponding spirit. And it was definitely a challenge to explore all different avenues, but it was also very fun to be able to explore the different spaces we could take with each of the Loa for each of the classes.
What are some of the challenges when introducing a new expansion, especially when you have to keep the expansion in a block? Like I said, you're the Raven, until you roll over to a new block.
It's always an opportunity for us to provide new fun tools that players can explore, and to give players the opportunity to try different decks and try out different mechanics. And there's a lot of cool different spaces that we haven't explored yet that we're going to be exploring with this new expansion, and we're really excited about that.
Do you have a favorite card in the new expansion, and do you have a favorite wombo combo in the new expansion?
One of my favorite cards is Shirvala. She's the Loa for the Paladin, and she costs 25 mana, which is a lot, but you can reduce the cost of her by playing spells. And one of the wombo combos you can do with Shirvala is, if she happens to be in your deck and you know she's at the top, then you can play Holy Wrath and do 25 damage to your opponent. So
what are you anticipating as far as the new meta goes when your expansion comes out?
We'll have to wait and see. We have some ideas, but One of the most exciting things about the expansion is to see what the players come up with and to see how they explore the expansion and come up with their own ideas and the types of decks that they want to explore. So we're really excited to see that.
And can you also talk about the single player content that you're also introducing in the expansion?
Yeah, we are the single player content is called the Rumble Run. And you start off as an upstart troll called Rakar, and he'll pledge himself to one of the Loa and take on that class and their abilities. And he tries to rise through the ranks and prove himself that he's worthy as a champion.
So when does this expansion come out?
The expansion comes out on December 4th, 2018.